Hi, my name is Marc Lombardo. I'm the state representative for the town of Billerica, and I'm running for re-election this November.
Okay, Mark, so what are your three main ideas that you're running on for in this election?
Yeah, I think this is a critical time to make sure that we are supporting our police officers and ensuring that we support law and order in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and in our community. And we've got great community partners in the police officers in Billerica, and I want to continue to make sure that we fund them properly and that they're treated with respect and that we really treat them as community partners, because that's how they treat us. I think secondly, we really need to focus on getting the economy moving. Unfortunately, due to coronavirus, we now have the highest unemployment in the nation. We've got to turn that around with policies that are going to be smart for small business owners and get people back to work, because the biggest concern we're seeing in my office right now is people struggling with unemployment. So we've got to help people get back to work, and that's really a major focus of mine. And finally, while people are hurting, the last thing we need to do is raise taxes. And Beacon Hill right now wants to raise your taxes, and I will be a firm voice for the hardworking families of Billerica to hold the line on taxes and make sure that we're not taking more money from those who can least afford to pay right now.
Okay, there has been news about mandatory vaccines this fall for flu and then possibly for the future for a coronavirus vaccine. How do you feel about those bills that are going through the House right now?
Yeah, I can certainly address the seasonal flu vaccine as one that I absolutely oppose being a mandate by bureaucrats up on Beacon Hill. These are the types of decisions that belong between parents and their family doctors to make that decision for their children. Now keep in mind, we're not talking about something like a polio vaccination that has a 97% effective rate. We're talking about a seasonal flu vaccine that last year was 39%, and previous years has been 38, 42, 39, and back in 2015 was 19% effective. We shouldn't be forcing those types of vaccines on our kids. We should let parents make those decisions for their families.
Okay. And when it comes to the racial equality movement in the United States, how do you see yourself supporting both families in Billerica who are people of color and students in the Billerica School District who are students of color?
Yeah, so I think, like most people in the town of Billerica, I 100% believe in racial equality. We want to make sure that all people in Billerica feel welcomed, that regardless of race, sex, religious background, that we are one community and that we love each other. And that's certainly how I'm raising my kids, that we love all people no matter who they are. And so that's the message that I bring forward. I am a resource for anybody who needs support, for anyone who's feeling like they're not being treated the way they need to. And certainly for our students, we want to make sure that they feel like they are safe in school, that they're getting an education that matters, that is meaningful, and that they're all treated with respect in a safe environment.
Okay, and finally, I'd like to ask you a little bit about your involvement in the return to school plan. Billerica has a hybrid plan. How do you feel about that as a legislator and a parent?
As a legislator, it's really up to our school committee to make the decision that they want. The state government has empowered the local communities with guidelines from DESE to make that decision. As a parent, I'm a little nervous about the hybrid approach and how my children will respond. My daughter is someone who needs some extra help. She's going to be on an ed plan. She struggles, and a hybrid model is not good for her. She needs help, and there are many students that need more hands-on teaching methodologies that you just can't get from a computer. So as a parent, I want to see my child in school as many days as possible, and I appreciate that the school committee has a very challenging job of balancing safety and getting kids back to school, and I certainly am a parent that wants to see my children in school, both for their education purposes, for their mental health benefit, and for their social development.